Race time is always pretty exciting, because that's when all the various talents of the rider, along with the skills of the mechanic and all the various parts of the machine, all combine to do just one thing: find the quickest way to the checkered flag. It seemed like some last-minute preparation for a space flight, with Mission Control double-checking their systems, and the astronaut clearing up some last-minute cross-checks.
Houston, we have liftoff. Roger.
And then it was time to put it all together, to see how fast and how hard you could actually push this Super Dinosaur. As the race began, the rider found himself in last place at the back of the pack. But then the green flag dropped, and this very hungry Super Dinosaur took off after the rest of the pack. One by one, the competition began to get gobbled up, and by the time this Super Dinosaur was done eating, there were only 4 bikes left on the racetrack. And when the race ended, I found Mike rolling the beast back into the pits. He was saying the words 2:02, which stood for the fastest lap times ever recorded for this machine. And I'm sure if Mike could have, he would have folded his arms across his chest and done the river dance. But as it was, he just made sure that this rider got himself an official team t-shirt and his deepest appreciation for a job well done.
I think that additional preload that we backed out to get an 1.5-inch sag, I think, was real beneficial. I unfortunately hadn't ridden it prior to that to feel what it felt like, but the way the bike turned in was just absolutely perfect. You know, it held a pretty darn tight line, like in the 7 in the back. The guy in the FZ, I was able to go under him on the brakes, hold a tight line, stay tight all the way out of the corner.
Wow, you were going under the FZs?
Under the FZs, and going in on the brakes in the 7, and then holding the inside on the exit, because he kept expecting me to drift because I was taking such a bad line, if you want to call it that. But the bike was able to stay on the inside track, and all the way coming out, he's still behind me, so
great.
Massive back there.
other thing too is we know from your ride yesterday that we were hitting the pipes a little higher than we were hitting them before. That's because, you know, we have an additional ½ an inch of ride height, and it looks like you were planting that thing pretty good in 5 today, because there's the witness that you're leaving is 4 or 5 times bigger than that one you had yesterday. But that would, I guess, the couple of seconds that you dropped probably would explain that.
Right. The offset of the softer spring, even though the damping's a little stiffer, may actually make it more balanced than it is now, and you may not even need to touch the front.
Yeah. Well,
once it is so good, I kind of hate to see it be changed unless it's really necessary right now.
One step at a time, huh?
Yeah, exactly. You mess with too many things, and you go one step forward with this part, but unfortunately you went 2 steps back with that one, and the numbers don't accurately measure the gains that you have theoretically made. The front works really well. I mean, as hard as I was able to brake on this thing, I don't think guys on other bikes out there could believe it.